Right now is the man who ran against Nancy Pelosi for Minority Leader. Ohio Congressman Tim Ryan is with us. And Congressman, it is good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Maria.
So your reaction to all of these stall tactics on the side of Democrats are, I mean, obviously they are stopping and trying to do whatever they can to stall President Trump from having his cabinet in place.
Well, I mean, that's the process. I mean, we're in a messy democracy. That's where we live. You know, you saw it happen during President Obama's tenure, where the Republicans were literally blocking every single thing he tried to do, a jobs bill, a Supreme Court nominee. So now there are some real disagreements, I think, whether it's with the Supreme Court justice or some of his nominees that violate some of the basic values that I think Democrats have. So it's important for us to stand up. Republicans have the majority. They're getting some of their nominees through, but this is all part of the process. I don't think it's anything unnecessary is happening, but we have to stand up for what we believe in, too.
Well, what specific values are being violated?
Well, I think if you look at the Supreme Court nominee, Trump, you know, campaigned about draining the swamp. The Supreme Court nominee is not for any kind of campaign finance reform at all. I think if you look, you know, at DeVos, for example, the Secretary of Education, absolutely no experience in public education, and also owes Ohio $5 million from fines that she got a few years ago when she was involved in another organization that she hasn't paid. I mean, these are legitimate things that, obviously we need to talk about.
When you say Judge Gorsuch, I mean, this is the individual who was confirmed unanimously just 10 years ago by Republicans and Democrats. So what changed other than him being Donald Trump's pick?
Well, I think the fact that Donald Trump campaigned on draining the swamp, and he is not for draining the swamp. He is for, you know, unfettered money coming into politics, which many, many people are against.
Well, I want to ask you about draining the swamp,
Hold on, Maria.
Yeah, go ahead.
He also campaigned on helping working class people, where the Supreme Court nominee is against right to work, which would allow working class people to organize. So I think these are legitimate things that we're going to have fights over. Let's not make too big of a deal about it.
All right. Well, the problem is that the president needs a team in place in order to execute some of the promises he's made. I got to get my team in here for you, but I have one more question on draining the swamp for you, because there's an article right now saying Nancy Pelosi is leading her party into oblivion. I mean, Nancy Pelosi said that Judge Gorsuch is hostile to women's productive rights, hostility toward children in school, children with autism, hostile appointment. And as far as President Trump, she says he's been reckless and incompetent in his recent executive order. I mean, does she not understand what just happened in terms of the election? She is going against what the people just voted for.
Well, I mean, Democrats, not to be too frank, but we are in oblivion as we speak now. I mean, we got completely wiped out in the election, so we're trying to work our way back. But I think Donald Trump also campaigned, Maria, on stability, and he's doing everything in his power to make the globe more unstable at this point. You see the rally with the stock market has subsided a bit because he's picking fights. He's doing things with the Muslim ban and immigration that makes us look hostile to our allies in Muslim countries and Muslims here in the United States, when we know that these are very important things, that the kind of stability that we need. He campaigned on bringing us that stability, and he's making things unstable. He campaigned on making us stronger, and the Muslim ban makes it harder for us to prosecute the war on terrorism.
I have to push back. It's not a Muslim ban. These are 7 countries that were identified by the Obama administration, and the restrictions are based on country, not religion, first and foremost.